And it's been an absolutely crazy week. We hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to the Respawn Recap. We got a lot to talk about it. Ready to get into it?
Absolutely.
Let's get it rolling. Hope you guys all enjoy. And obviously has to be talked about a very, very serious story and one of the, unfortunately, bigger ones this past week, that being the ongoing Sinatraa accusations. At point of us recording, Sinatraa has now responded, but not before also all of the leagues he once participated in have also responded, that being formerly Overwatch League have responded, Riot Games and Valorant, his organization and Sentinels. In case you guys do not know, an ex-girlfriend known as Cleo has come out with numerous accusations of what she says and claims is sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and more, and also including an audio clip in her post as well.
Obviously a very, very, very sensitive topic, I would say, so don't want to put too much out there, but it is pretty crazy to see the social media reaction. We've seen both sides, I think, whether some prominent figures are, more or less supporting him and some that are immediately discounting him, And so it's been interesting to see the back and forth, I think, on Twitter and where people land, and also seeing like all the organizations and leagues immediately discount him. I'm interested to see where that will go in the future, post what ends up coming out.
And I understand, right? There's going to be people that fall on all sides of this because we don't see this too often, especially with the evidence she chose, and of course his response being very short and just saying he's going to cooperate with all ongoing investigations with Sentinels and with Valorant and Riot Games. We will see what comes out here next, guys, but certainly to your point, people falling all around this one, but some great support shown her way as well for her bravery in coming out with this lengthy post as well. But yes, to your point as well, we will see where this goes from here. And of course, we got to mention Nickmercs this past week, a Tik Tok rant which kind of went viral, maybe unironically viral as the kid who made it, seemingly wanting some attention from Twitch streamers, including the one he called out, that being Nickmercs. Pretty much in this TikTok, we have a video on this as well. He goes on a bit of a rant showcasing Nickmercs getting sub notifications and not reading off or interacting with every single sub notification.
I imagine like these kind of things have to either be a troll or they have to be just completely oblivious to some things. And I guess some people are completely oblivious to it, because we'll see like in comments, whether it's on YouTube videos or in Twitch chat or on Twitter, people like genuinely being upset that they didn't get a response from it. And it's like, well, how do you, like, yes, I understand, like, that's a big deal for the donator, like, hey, I'm donating or I'm subscribing, but at the same time, you saw just in that little clip how many subs he got, and it's like, what do you think he can do that the whole time while he's playing Warzone? Like,
I like to think it's more the latter of just being a bit oblivious to the scene itself, and certainly you kind of got to, it might be a great learning lesson as well, that certainly when you get to a point like Nickmercs or a top streamer and you got notifications every single second you are live, there's a breaking point as a Twitch streamer or a streamer in general where you just can't respond to everyone. Right. The irony in this situation being the M-Fam and the way Nickmercs interacts with his audience of 50,000+ subscribers, which again, the note, he can't just thank everybody as it comes in, is he is one of the more interactive and I would say close communities out there on Twitch, which made it very ironic.
Definitely. And I just feel like the kid could have chose a better target, than Nickmercs. Like you're saying, like he does interact with his audience so much and is like very kind to his audience and like really supportive of the M-Fam. And so he could have, like, a better example would have been a smaller streamer who maybe just completely ignores it. And it's like, okay, they got one sub in the past hour, but they just ignored it and said, I'm not even going to talk about it. Like, that's more understandable than Nickmercs getting 50 in, 4 seconds.
Yeah, and now following Nickmercs' indirect rant about it, I'm sure now the kid got the attention that he wanted before. And the confusing case of Dr. Disrespect, well, it does continue to be all the more confusing. We talked about this just last week, Toronto Ultra having a $100,000 Warzone event. It was set to be Z-Laner and one of his teammates was going to be Dr. Disrespect. Unfortunately shortly thereafter, Z-Laner posts a video saying that Doc is not allowed to compete, not giving any further details, but hinting that Twitch or his Twitch ban played a role in him not being allowed to compete. And then we have less than a week later, Doc comes on stream saying, yeah, I'm not sure why I wasn't allowed, but I am now allowed to compete again. And everyone's just like, I don't understand what's going on.
What is happening? Like, who in the first place told like Ultra that they weren't allowed to have Doc in it? Like, where did that come from? And then how did he get it to change if people are assuming it's Twitch?
Yeah, because nothing's changed since he was barred from the event and now allowed to compete, as far as we know.
Right. And so it's like, okay, so who, like, did he just call them like he said, he like picked up his flip phone and got some good news, and so you never really know what's going on there.
You never really know if anyone's on the other side of the flip phone.
If there's even a flip phone to begin with. But it seems like, I mean, he seems to be saying that he kind of used his weight in the scene a little bit as far as being a past developer. You know, he I guess bragged about his maps in Advanced Warfare and all that in the clip that we used. And so interesting to see, like, maybe he used his weight with the developers to be like,
I don't
hey.
know. We just don't know.
Right, no clue.
And it makes it all the harder because Toronto Ultra never responded to our request about exactly what happened. So that would have cleared things up.
Right.
But we continue to have it be a mystery. Doc can now compete in Warzone again. You know, this past week has been a lot of accusations and a lot of unfortunate events. One was now what seems to be, or will be in the future, a former FaZeClan investor, that being Meyers Leonard. An unfortunate circumstance while he was playing a game of Call of Duty Warzone with some pretty prominent streamers as well, where he drops an anti-Semitic slur. And I think the more important part of this story is for upcoming pros and players and streamers to realize as gaming becomes more mainstream, as Meyers is actually tied to the NBA with Miami Heat, we saw within 24 hours, banned on Twitch, cut from FaZeClan, dropped by sponsors, and along with that, suspended by his NBA team. This is an all-out response because sports are definitely more mainstream. When these kind of things happen, they do not slide. You don't get away with a slap on the wrist, and Meyers is a direct example of that. I kind of take from this as esports become more mainstream, and you're a streamer and a pro, and you slip up like this, you're gonna pay you're gonna suffer from the consequences.
Streaming is a world that's dangerous at this point. I mean, seeing someone like Meyers who has an entire professional career beyond gaming, like this was just something that he like got into, ended up getting into FaZe, invested, like probably a cool little thing. He brags, you know, to his friends about, like, I'm a FaZe member, FaZe hammer, you know,
he's
but not a FaZe
member.
Right. And so like that was kind of his side thing, but now like he was streaming with, you know, other streamers who are very big names, and then he lets this slip. He thought about it, he said it, and now he's lost his entire career.
It's got to be a learning lesson for everyone involved, but again, it's a constant reminder with the punishment he is now going through. You really got to be careful online. Some people certainly see this as a more unfortunate circumstance for him. There's no way he ever foresaw Warzone being the downfall of his NBA career potentially. Right. So we will see where we go from here. He has now apologized, and everyone else has now responded in a not so good way. At the point of us recording, Cloakzy is not signed anywhere. I want to get that out of the way just in case it does happen as well. But yes, Cloakzy now being free of FaZeClan, a huge topic, one that we will likely never know the full-on details of. And we had a future react, which should be out sometime on the channel as well, about Cloakzy's last-second jab at FaZeClan as he exited the door.
Yeah, just the little, you know, he posted his quotation marks with the, like, I love FaZeClan, and they are great.
I am sorry for what I did.
So that was, I mean, super entertaining. I'd also be, I mean, in his announcement, he was like, oh, like, I'm going to be a free agent for a little while. Like, it's just nice not to be, you know, like, with the org. And so I wonder how long, like, yeah, is he, like, going to sign soon? And, like, it's like, oh, a week later, you already signed? Like, was that all just a bluff the whole time? So.
Yeah. We will see exactly where he does compete. I think everyone's just excited to see if it is 100 Thieves, if it is going to be another prominent org, really snapping him up at a great PR time, right? And then we'll see eventually because... You know, I think it's fair to assume that FaZeClan has some lawyers in the background who maybe prompted him to say that apology, thus the quotes and whatnot. We'll see if any time down the line he further discusses the details of what went on between him and FaZeClan. As of right now, Cloakzy is now officially a free agent. Yeah, we hope you guys all enjoyed the Respawn recap. My name is Jake. This is the new guy Hunter, but he's slowly becoming a not so new guy. You want to show him out the freaking door?
Yeah, you can call me Jake sometimes too if you want. You don't always have to call me Hunter. Until next time, guys.
Take care. What the frick was that?